Good morning, you lovely, lovely people. Welcome back to the channel for another little podcast. And it's just an observationary podcast this morning. When you actually kind of scan through some YouTube channels of expats living in the Philippines, more or less similarities, like shocking things, like 5 shocking things of the Philippines. Why is foreigners leaving the Philippines? That's just a couple of them. Don't do this, don't do that. Well, for my 8 years being here, there's only one thing that I found a little bit shocking or disturbing. But besides 5 shocking things, I don't know 5 shocking things. And I don't live under a rock. You know, I do get out and about. And I've never seen any shocking things. Like one go, whoa, don't do this. But one of them is when someone dies in the Philippines here, it's a big thing. You know, there is the 7 days or the 9 days laid in state in the person's house, in the family's house, which is fair enough. You know, that's not shocking at all. But what I do find a little bit shocking for me, and I know I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's a little bit shocking for me, is when they take the pictures, you know, like a selfie. You know, they could be the grandma or someone, the relation, even friends, and they will take a selfie of themselves and their body. That to me is a little bit doodah. But I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying it either. I'm just saying that's the only thing that I can say that I could never get used to. Or, yeah, get used to, I suppose. But it's just something that I would never do. You know, I would never do. You know, perhaps they do it in different countries. I know in the old-fashioned days, in England as well, they used to take pictures of the dead bodies. I know that. And during the 1800s and things like that, it was a commonplace thing. But that's the only shocking thing that I can see here. For me, for you it might not be. And another thing is when they say, why are the foreigners leaving the Philippines? Well, how do they know? Because they've seen less of them in that particular area. That doesn't mean to say they leave in the Philippines. It could be simply because they were tourists and they're going back home, or they go to different parts of the Philippines. I mean, I've been to a couple of different parts of the Philippines where I didn't settle, but I wasn't there for long. But I haven't noticed any difference of the foreigners here. I still see the same people when I go to the city, which I'm going there today with my wife. I still see the same faces. You go in McDonald's, you know, you still see the people that you saw there a couple of months ago. But I don't think it's any different to what it was in the time that I'd been here. The difference I did notice was during the COVID, obviously, and just after the COVID. But now I think there's more foreigners here than ever that I see, they're rambling around and stuff like that. They're walking about. Yeah, so there's no shocking things here. You know, there's things that you've got to be aware of, like buying land, you know, things like that. You've got to be aware of that, you know, the pitfalls of it. But it's not shocking. It's not shocking, I don't think. And also, when people say about the retirement in here, you know, is your retirement going to be enough for you? Well, that depends on yourself. There is no such thing as budgets being the same for everybody else. You know, it's just money and how you control it or how you manage it. So there's no such thing as that, you know. And, you know, there's a British guy with a great sense of humour called Ian living in the Philippines. I like his channel. It's a good channel, actually. He's got a good sense of humour and he does make me laugh. You know, I think he's one of these guys who calls a spade, which is a good thing. It's a British thing. And, you know, he hates budgets. I do as well. But I did do one 6 or 7 or 8 months ago on my budget. Not on everyone else's budget, but on mine. And he hates them. And I don't blame him either, because I do. I think, oh God, here's another budget video. But, yeah, I think you know what you can live on out here. You know, you don't need anyone to tell you. You don't need anyone to tell you that. And also what I see out here is, why live in a big expensive rental place and waste all that money on a rental property? Because the rentals are starting to increase here. There is no question of that. They are increasing. So I can't see the point in renting a big massive place when, how often would you stay in it? You know, you're here, you know, you want to be out and about or stay on your tourists. I think a terrace would be the, if I was renting, what I would look for was a big terrace or a big porch. I wouldn't care about the house, because I would only spend a certain amount of time in the house anyway, sleeping in it. Normally we're all outside, aren't we? You know, with the heat. My dog again, not easier. We're going to go into the city today to get some bits and pieces, because the workmen are back tomorrow. So I've got to go and get some bits and pieces from the city, which I can't get here. And the beauty here is, there's, you know where I am, near Dipolog City, it's developing very quickly, and I've noticed that there are more and more hardware. Someone's coming down here on a motorbike. I've never seen that before. I can hear it. Do you know that land I was talking about yesterday? Well, this could be people looking at the land, because it's right up there. My friend! Yes, they could be looking at that land. So, yeah, there's a lot of more hardware stores now. And I've noticed that the prices of certain products are coming down. I can buy paint here, Davis paint or Triton paint, here in this little place where I am, cheaper than I can in the city. I don't know why. It's the same paint, it's the same size, it's the 4 litres, don't know why. But it's good for me, good for me. And that's what I was going to say as well, on about buying things here. I'm only talking about my little part where I live in the Philippines here. But when you are in your own country, and let's just say you're buying something cash, like a motorbike. Yes, this is perfect. A motorcycle. And generally speaking, foreigners pay cash. You know, Filipinos have utang, the credit. We generally, as a foreigner, don't get that. We pay cash. So, when I bought both of my motorcycles, the one prior to this one, I was very, very taken aback, because the bike, I can't remember the cost, but it was over 100,000. I think it was 120,000 pesos, something like that, and that was around about six or 7 years ago. And it was the latest Kawasaki, only 160cc. It was only a small little engine, but a nice little bike, little road bike, you know. And so me thinking Western style, oh, I'll drop that down a bit. So I said, you know, like, let's just say it was 120. I think it was 120 plus. I'll say, you know, 110 cash. They kind of look at each other and go, what? You know, like, no, sir. I said, 115 cash. No, they didn't. They said, you know, we'll give you a free helmet and a free t-shirt. That comes with the bike anyway. I said, well, I don't want a helmet, I've got one. And that t-shirt's too small. It probably wouldn't fit me. They don't give discount. Where I am, like I said, where you are, maybe they do, but here they don't. And this bike I bought, and this is the Kawasaki 200cc. I thought I'd try it. It was a different shop. Not 1,000 off, not even 500 off. They give you a free 1 litre gasoline. Free gasoline of 1 litre, and you get a helmet, which I gave away, and a t-shirt or like a long sleeve shirt. That's it. Oh, and a couple of stickers advertising their shop. You don't get discounts here, people, when you're buying things like that. Maybe if I don't know if you're buying a car for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds or millions of pesos. I really don't know. But then I've seen those millions and millions of peso cars, and there's not many foreigners drive them. It's normally like politicians, attorneys, lawyers, doctors, things like that who buy them. Oh, they're coming down here now, look, on the bike. He's got someone, so they haven't gone to the land. I'll go here. I don't know who they are, I've never seen these before. My friend, mein Bundag. I don't know who they are, I've never seen them. Now normally we know everybody here. I think this must be something to do with that land that's been for sale up there. I don't know. But this isn't the right of way. It doesn't matter. This bit here is mine on here, but this is a walkway here, so this is anybody's. But it's not a right of way. I don't know. It doesn't bother me anyway. So yeah, guys, just a very quick one on a Sunday morning. Hope it's going to be a beautiful day. Hope I don't spend too much money today when I go to the city, which I won't. I'm only going to get some. What am I going to get? Some filler. Some acrylic filler, some silicone, some screws, because you can't get long screws here. Only inch and a half. That's all they do in here where I am. So I've got the hardware store, get them. So I need some rivets. I need some paint. Oh God! All mounts up, doesn't it? When you're building a house, all mounts up. But it is looking nice, the house, though. It is looking quite tasty, like I said. All this up here, people, I'll show you. All this will all be blocked up. So that's going to be bedrooms upstairs. So the ceilings are going to be Hardiflex tomorrow with insulation. And there'll be ceilings in there and everything. So it's quite a big footprint upstairs. Not as big as the downstairs footprint, because we've got this as an add-on. This as an add-on. And we had some bedrooms extended out here as an add-on as well. Like this here. This is an add-on as well. From the windows on, this is an add-on. This. And that's why there's 4 roofs. When a follower said, "Why have you got 4 roofs?" It's because there was the 2 to begin with, and then this one and the other one out the back. But yeah. Anyway, people, have a great day wherever you are. Enjoy your days. Enjoy it. We're a long time dead. Ceilings. This is what I was doing yesterday. Oh, I got covered. My chest is not good. I had a mask, but it gets through. So this is where the cracks have all been skim coated, which I did, and I sanded them all off. Ready for all of them are done. All of them, the bedrooms, and oh God, it's so terrible. And the stairs is looking good now. So yeah, and this one all done now already. All ready for the painting, sealing. Paint sealer on there first, and then paint it, and then great stuff. That's it. So people, have a great day wherever you are. Thank you for dropping by the podcast. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.